Okay, so good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay. I suggested one circuitry that is level shifter. First of all, I will just explain you how that level shifter works. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, it's actually very simple circuit diagram. So see, I taken here like op-amp in non-inverting configuration. That means whatever input I will be going to apply, that is to the non-inverting terminal. Okay, through some resistor. Here I taken which resistor, all resistors almost at 100K, and that's why whatever output I will get, that will be how many times of input. That is, for example, if my input signal is 1 volt peak signal, it may be sinusoidal, triangular, or square. For the shown diagram, expected output will be. Don't consider this one. Huh? Op-amp is used in which configuration? It is in non-inverting. Yes or no? Did I told that input is applied to the non-inverting terminal of op-amp. Is it? And for
Yes, sir.
non-inverting, how much is the gain? Gain is 1 plus Rf by R1. Correct?
Yes.
Now here, F is 100K and R1, that is again 100K. So this ratio, that is Rf by R1, it will be 1. And that's why the output will be twice of input. Agree? Because the formula for non-inverting amplifier or for non-inverting configuration, it is 1 plus Rf by R1. Or for non-inverting amplifier, gain is 1 plus Rf by R1. Right? Whatever input you will apply, the obtained output will be twice. But it should get limited to saturation. Okay. That means the input with the shown circuitry will not going to provide the output always twice of input. Why I am saying always? Because the output will get saturated at a particular level, and here as I use these DC sources, here I am mentioning at 12 volt, so the output will be 90% of this 12, right? So it will be 10.8 volt maximum. Beyond that, if we try to increase the input, output will remain saturated. Okay. One more thing you will observe, you might not have studied such type of circuits. First of all, I will just run it and we'll show the results. See, I am applying square wave of 10 volt, right? 10 volt peak to peak square wave. And the frequency, I taken it as a 1 kilohertz. Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my input to this circuitry is 10 volt peak to peak square wave with frequency, you can take 1K, 10K, etc. Now, one peak, if I want to shift that signal, currently you will observe, see, whenever you will just scroll down this channel A, you will observe one dotted line, it gets generated and that is acting as a reference line or x-axis for this yellow trace signal, correct? Is it visible to you all, that dotted line?
Yes, sir.
Which is exactly aligned at the center of this square wave. Means that square wave is symmetrical about this dotted line which gets generated whenever you will want to scroll down this position switch. Okay. it means that it is a AC signal. As here it is mentioned as 10 volts or 10, it stands for it is a 10 volt peak to peak, means one peak of this square wave, it will be of 5 volt, correct? So we can call it either 5 volt peak square wave or 10 volt peak to peak square wave. Now, whenever I will go on to scroll down this wave, my requirement is what? This dotted line, that is my reference line or that is my x-axis, it should be at the bottom of this square wave. That then and then we can say it gets shifted, right, above the x-axis. So what we have to do, as we know, the shifting of this square wave, it should be of one peak. One peak means that during negative peak or that negative peak, it should get shifted above the x-axis. And its amplitude, it is known to us, and that is of 5 volt. It is 5 volt peak signal, 10 volt peak to peak means. So see what I done, I just applied one more DC source, I added it at the input only. So at this node, which formed by input signal source through resistor R1 and another one through R4, that is my DC source. And its value, it is also mentioned as a 5. Why it is applied as a 5 volt? Because I know the peak value of that square wave is 5 volt and I require that square wave should get shifted on the x-axis, right? So see, whenever again we will play it, already I shown yellow color trace as input and this is blue color, that is the output of that circuit. Okay, so I will show you how it gets shifted. See, then I read of the channel A, whenever I will scroll down that channel B trace, you will observe where that dotted line gets generated. It is at the bottom of this signal. See, is it visible? Look it properly. A blue channel, my that dotted line is gets generated at the bottom only. Means this signal, my reference line will be from bottom. And for this one, whenever we will scroll it, it will be exact at the center. That means this reference line is acting as x-axis and signal is symmetrical around that x-axis. But for output, whenever you will scroll down, that reference line looks at the bottom of that signal. Means what I can say, the signal is totally shifted in the first quadrant. Are you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why this is known as a level shifter, remember. Okay, circuit is very simple. So see, instead of as a 5 volt, if I apply, for example, like 7 volts, that DC reference voltage, what will going to happen? We'll just check it. See, where that dotted line gets generated now. That means signal is shifted above the x-axis. And extra by how much voltage? If you align that generated reference line, suppose on this pink color trace, pink color line, just note down, okay, just a minute, I will manage it properly. So see, I will go on to align that reference line on the pink color trace. Is it? So how many divisions are there? The signal gets shifted above the x-axis, one division into its multiplier, that is 2. Is it? That is by 2 volt, it is above the x-axis. Why this extra 2 volt gets shifted? Because the reference voltage we applied at 7 volts and input peak signal is of only 5 volts. Are you getting? Similarly, instead of 7, if I apply this one only 3 volts. So see, what is going on to happen? See that signal, where is the reference line? It is somewhat above the bottom. Is it? It is over here. And again, if you align it properly, so that it will be visible on that color, you will observe that signal is not totally shifted above the x-axis. Is it? Somewhat negative path yet remain and is of 2 volt because my reference voltage, added reference voltage at the input, it is less than that of applied peak signal. Applied peak signal is of 5 volt and the added extra reference voltage is of only 3 volt. Is it? And that's why that signal remains somewhat below the x-axis. Are you getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll switch to the next part. Just 1 hour before, I tried to implement whatever the PWM generator discussed without any calculation. I done it so that how much is the frequency I also don't know about that generated square wave without the input signal. The square generator it generates the square with the peak amplitude of almost 0.7 volt as it gets limited by diode D1 and D2. So you will observe my first channel it is connected to output of first op-amp which is working as a square wave generator. Sorry, my first channel it is connected to the output of second op-amp which is working as an integrator. Okay, and second channel, channel B is connected to the output of first op-amp and its amplitude it gets limited by anti-parallel diode connected at its output. So that amplitude it will be almost of 0.7 volt peak or 1.4 volt peak to peak almost. And this square wave it is acting as a input to my integrator and that integrator output I try to observe on channel A. So it will be of triangular like this. Now with this triangular wave you have to compare somewhat reference voltage. Now currently whatever signal I generated, triangular wave, its amplitude is of, I will just count it. Its amplitude is 3.5 into 2. That means it is of 7 volt peak. I converted that square wave into triangular wave with somewhat amplification also. Okay. So its peak amplitude is of 7 volt and at the end that triangular wave now we have to compare with somewhat reference voltage source. Okay. So anyone can anyone implement it just as per my suggestion today morning only? No one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes. So everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So for comparator, how reference voltage is generated? Your
Sir,
last page is comparator. Yes?
voltage divider 15 volt ला कनेक्ट करून
Those
VCC
those
ला.
were implemented. Those were implemented. How to check it, first of all? What I will do, I will just compare that triangular signal with somewhat fixed DC source. Just we'll try to implement it fastly. Immediately we will have the results. No, it's not showing. What you done, Shivam? Are you implemented that voltage divider
Yes, sir.
and it is powered on?
Sir, the output of triangular wave was 4 volt peak to peak, according to
Okay,
my calculations. Then I connected to the
okay,
non-inverting terminal. Then
okay,
the voltage divider I connected to the negative terminal or the
okay,
inverting terminal. And
okay,
both the resistors I take, the upper resistor was 10K and the below resistor was a pot of 10K. And I started the simulation, and at 0.9K I got the value, the T on and T off.
okay. So this voltage divider you powered by which source? DC source itself
Plus 15, plus 15 VC.
means you have connected like this.
Yes, sir.
And at the output of second op amp, that means triangular wave generator, are you connected one series resistor also? Yeah, are you connected it directly like this?
Directly, sir.
Okay. I tried it, but I was not getting that. That's why I'm asking. So this first resistor, okay, I will take it as suppose 1K, and this one is my potentiometer. Okay, we connect it like this, and it will be grounded. So expected is, if it is at 1K, then it will go up 7.5. That means this resistor should have somewhat low resistance so that the generated voltage will be less than 7.5 and our obtained peak signal was 7 ohms. But still I am not getting it. That's why I am asking. And again one more thing happens with my circuit diagram. Whenever I connect that second channel to the triangular wave generator, now it is not working. That means I think there is somewhat loading effect or something is
सर
wrong.
डाऊट
Yes,
सर तुम्ही
yes,
फोर लावलाय ना
yes, yes.
100 ओम आहे ना
Which one?
R4
R4, this one.
500 ओम आहे ना सर आणि R6 R1
It's okay,
पॅरलल
it's okay. See. Yes, yes.
आणि R6 R1 पॅरलल RF आला पाहिजे ना R-कॉम
This one. Yes,
नो
yes.
सर
It should be of 500. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. But see, just I implemented it tentatively. I do not done any calculation. Only I have to check the triangular wave generator is working or not. Okay. So we can make it as 500 ohm also. Still expected is it should generate that triangular as well as square. But what is happening now? Whenever I connect this last stage, at that time that circuitry operates on loading and both signal becomes zero. See, whenever I will just run out this much part, then it works properly. Yes, a triangular wave generator is up to triangular wave, it is working properly, no issue. But when I connect it to the comparator, at that time this signal also gets zero. That's why I am asking. Do you have the same problem or you got it? And according to me, there is somewhat loading effect. Hmm. Okay, I will try it and will share with you my final implementation in the Google Classroom. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Uh, are you implemented that comparator separately?
Sir, hello.
Yes, yes. Continue.
So, with your permission, can I present the screen?
Yes, yes. No, no issue. You can.
Okay, all right.
Just a minute. I will just stop my screen sharing. Okay, you can now.
Hello, so
Yes, yes.
is it visible?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you have connected that series diode and just scroll down at the last stage on last open.
Yes, sir, just a second.
It's okay, it's okay, no issue. Okay, very nice. Now just wait and connect that remaining channels to the output of each stage, remaining three. That means B to the output of triangular wave,
Yes,
C
sir, yes,
to
I
the
do.
output of square wave like this. And then we will compare it. Okay. Okay. Now run it. Just keep it at middle side. See how it is. Yes. And change the multiplier of triangular, not that yellow one. Keep it as it is, that yellow color. Press rectangle. Okay. Okay. And square root generator, pink color. Okay. Now change the time per division also, so that it will be properly visible. Yes, very nice. Yes, perfect. How much width you are getting for this output pulse width on period? This one. It is almost 0.2 and multiplier is how much your time per division.
It's one, sir, 0.2 millisecond.
Yes, it is 0.2 milliseconds. Very nice. Good. Just stop it and scroll on the last open, last stage. Just I have to check what you've done and why on my side it gets loaded. I am also not getting okay. You use 741, na? But that
Yes, sir.
LF351 it is still somewhat better as compared to 741. That's why I selected. But that may be the problem in my circuitry. Remaining things are same. Whatever are, we done it by the same method. No issue. Okay. It's okay. You can stop it now.
Yes, sir.
Any else? Ritesh, have you done it?
नहीं सर
If anyone implemented, then they can show me. Actually, it's very interesting topic, huh? And whenever you will implement by yourself, and whenever you will do some calculation according to your actual output requirement, then it will be interesting. Remember. And now, see, if you have implemented and generated that pulses, again, one more my suggestion is just select one transistor like IRF 540N MOSFET, apply these generated pulses to its gate terminal, input to that transistor, that is its drain terminal, keep it at 200 volts DC constant supply. At the source side, connect one load resistance like 1K, 10K, etc. and observe the signal. Okay, so that you can check the switching action of that transistor and how we can obtain that output from the large DC. Okay, so those who will try to implement, or those who have laptop or PC, just try for that. Okay, Shivam, you also try to do it now because you are almost maximum implementation part is already done. So it is very simple to you now. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then I think whatever discussion we've done, almost that implementation part, we tried it. And from my side also, I implemented partially. So what to do now?